Hi, I'm Maddie, and this is my sister Kaitlyn. And since it's Holy Week,
We're going to tell you about the story of the Last Supper.
we thought it'd be fun to include our famous actor, Annie.
The Last Supper was Jesus' goodbye to his disciples. When they gathered for the Passover meal, which was the Jewish holiday they were celebrating at the time, Jesus asked to wash their feet. John 13:4-17 says, "So he got up for the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, 'Lord, are you going to wash my feet?' Jesus replied, 'You do not realize now what I am doing, but you will understand later.' 'No,' said Peter, 'you shall never wash my feet.' Jesus answered, 'Unless I wash you, you have no part with me.' 'Then, Lord,' Simon Peter replied, 'you must not only wash my feet, but my hands and my head as well.' Jesus answered, 'Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean. And you are clean, though not every one of you.' For he knew who was going to betray him. And that is why he said not everyone was clean. When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. 'Now do you understand what I've done for you?' he asked them. 'You call me teacher and Lord, and rightfully so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you should also wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly, I tell you, that no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now you know these things. You will be blessed if you do them.'" In this passage, Jesus lowers himself and shows what a humble king he is. He also tells his disciples that because your feet have been washed by me, go and wash others. Now, obviously, I'm not going to wash anyone else's feet, but Jesus meant it more than just physically washing feet. Jesus implied that you are loved by him and to go love the others the way he loves you.
Passover meal, Jesus with the 12 disciples took two items that were common to the table, bread and wine. Matthew 26, verses 26-28 says, "While they were eating, Jesus took the bread, and when he gave thanks, he broke it, gave it to the disciples, saying, 'Take and eat. This is my body.' Then he took a cup, and when he gave thanks, he gave it to them, saying, 'Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out of many of the forgiveness of sins.'" How do you think this connects to real life? In the church every month, we have bread and wine as communion. During these hard times, remember, Jesus gave his life for you and your sins, and he loves us.
Hey Maddie, why are the bread and wine so important?
Well, the bread and wine are still super important because in church we take communion. The bread and wine reminds us of the sacrifices Jesus made for us, like dying on the cross for our sins. During these hard times, lots of us have to make sacrifices, like missing a sports practice or not hanging out with our friends. Now I have a question for you. Why did Jesus tell the disciples to go wash other people's feet? Because I know I'm not going up to a stranger to wash their feet.
Me neither. But Jesus didn't mean it as a physically washing people's feet. In Jesus' time, washing other people's feet was the lowest possible job you could have. In these hard times, remember that you might have to step forward and do something that you don't like to, such as loading the dishwasher or doing the laundry. Something that will help your family members get through this tough time.
Now we have a question for you. What can you do to wash other people's feet?
like Jesus did?